Well, on the road in hostile territories, the Sooner Nation gets back on track as the Sooners fight off the pesky Cyclones of Iowa State in a 15-point victory, 35-20, which, to be completely honest with you, kind of like last week, which wasn't really even a 17-point ball game. This one wasn't even a 15-point ball game. Oklahoma had this thing wrapped up early in the third quarter. We'll find out how it happened and so much more as we talk about this one, as the Sooners fight off the pesky Cyclones of Iowa State. Only right here, Boomer Sooner 1982. Alrighty then. Well, it all started, of course, in the first quarter, but there was no scoring in the first quarter. They kind of had a feel towards each other. After the first quarter and Oklahoma got that feel, they started the second quarter, and in that second quarter, 5 minutes in, with 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter, the Sooners jump on top of the Cyclones with a 20-yard touchdown pass from Landry Jones to Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Oklahoma leads the game 7-0. Staying in the second quarter now, after an interception of Landry Jones, Edwin Arceo of Iowa State knocks through a 27-yard field goal. 7-3 Sooners with 4:10 left. Sooners still ahead. Then on the exact next set of drives, with 1:04, Landry Jones is picked off again. And Edwin Arceo does it again, a 51-yard field goal. And it's good, with 1:04 left in the first second. Until halftime, Sooners, they'll have the lead. But after two picks, you know what you got to do, right? You got to go throw two touchdowns. He already had one to Sterling Shepard earlier. This time it's a 21-yarder from Landry Jones to Kenny Stills. Touchdown Oklahoma with 14 seconds left at the half until halftime. It is 14-6 Oklahoma. Oklahoma has the advantage. Flip-flop to the third quarter. It's another touchdown pass for Landry Jones. It's another 20-yarder from Landry Jones to Justin Brown. 21-6 Sooners with 8:52 left in the third quarter. Then it was the running back out of Iowa State, Jarvis West, with a 19-yard touchdown run to bring Iowa State back within 8 at 21-13 with 5:49 left in the game. Sooners leading the way. This is when the Sooners started to pull away a little bit. It was an 18-yard touchdown run by Brennan Clay. 28-13 with 2:04 left in the third quarter. Sooners have the advantage. Then in the fourth quarter, they met once. They're going to meet again. 31-yard touchdown pass. Landry Jones and Kenny Stills hook up again. 31 yards. 35-13. Sooners with the advantage. Chantrell Johnson, the running back from Iowa State, with 6:32 left, goes in for a 2-yard touchdown. 30-20 is the score at that time. Sooners in favor. Ball game is called. 35-20. Sooners win. And that moves Bob Stoops, tying him with number 2 on the all-time Oklahoma wins list with Bud Wilkinson when he beats Baylor if he beats Baylor, I should say, or if he beats OSU, the next one that he has, I should say, will put him over that, and will put only Barry Switzer in front of him. Helping Bob Stoops get tied with Bud Wilkinson was pretty easy tonight as far as stats are concerned. Landry had 405 total yards passing, 4 touchdowns. The 2 interceptions is what really killed him. But I mean, they were in the first half. Second half, no turnovers. He did very well. That's a mind game for him. Steele Jans on the other side had a $191, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception in his own right. The feature OU back tonight, Brendan Clay, 24 pops, a $157, and 1 touchdown for the man out of Cali. Nice game for him. And as far as rushing for Iowa State, it was Chantel Johnson, 7 carries, 28 yards, and a touchdown for him rushing. Receiving, you got to stick with the Cali trio, don't you? Brendan Clay's on here, so as is Kenny Stills. 6 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. And on the other side, receiving-wise for Iowa State, it's Quentin Brundridge, 4 catches, 44 yards, and 0 touches. Tackles, you got to stick with the Kelly trio. Tony Jefferson, 9 total tackles, a pass breakup, and the game-clinching interception in the game. Would have put Iowa State back in the game 27-35 or so, depending on if they went for 2 or not. But with his game-changing interception, that happened. Darrell Givens had 10 total tackles and 2 picks in his own right to be the defensive game changer for Iowa State. He had 2 of them, both in the first half. Kicking, Michael Honeycutt didn't do any kicking tonight, only extra points. Didn't have to try any field goals. Pretty sure he could have nailed in a couple of them. As far as Edwin Arceo, he was 2 for 2, 27 short and a long of 51. Punter was Tress Way for Oklahoma, 3 attempts, 40.3 in average, 47 along, and 1 within the 20-yard line. I mean, this was like at the half-yard line. What a punt this was. If you weren't going to give him the one that Justin Brown wanted to give him, he earned this one. Down at the half-yard line. And on the other side, it was Kirby Vanderkamp. 6 attempts, 41.5 in average, 51 along, 3 of them within the 20-yard line. Heupel's hype of the game was the game-clinching final touchdown that set Oklahoma up 2 scores, 35-13 at that time, with 10:59 left. 31-yard pass, Landry Jones and Kenny Stills. They hook up. That's Heupel's hype of the night. Stoopsy's stop of the night, Mike Stoops' stop. Steele Jans, pass intercepted by Tony Jefferson at the Oklahoma 17-yard line for no gain. That was a huge game. Like I said, if it weren't for that interception, it's a 1-score game. My 3 goals for this team, offensively, keep your balance. They couldn't do that against Notre Dame with the pesky 3-4 defense that they run. So they had to do it tonight. They had to get back on track tonight, and they did that. 405 passing, a $157 rushing, just as Brendan Clay and Landry Jones in particular. Nice job, boys. Super job at balance. Defense, they need to keep everything in front of you. They did not get beat deep. They got beat deep a couple of times, Aaron Colburn. But, you know, you're playing a Division I college athletes. It's going to happen. You're going to get beat deep. Didn't happen too often, though. Special teams, just be special. Michael Honeycutt didn't have to do any kicking. As far as punting, punt returning, net returning, got a couple of returns. Punt returning, Justin Brown muffed a punt, picked it back up. So that's nullified. And the reason why I say super job is the punting, as I already said. 2 of them within the 20-yard line. One officially down at the 1-yard line. The other one, of course, was a play made by Justin Brown. Tap back inbounds. And the referees felt like he touched the pylon before he touched the back of the end zone. There's your post-game report. Now you got this one. Now you're tied with Bud Wilkinson. Now it's time to take the lead over Bud Wilkinson and head on to bigger things with Barry Switzer. And they're going to do that against the mighty Baylor Bears. We'll have a pregame, postgame, all that set up for you. We'll have it all set up for you next week. Till then, everyone enjoy your weekend. One final time, the Sooners fight off the pesky Cyclones of Iowa State, 35-20 in Ames. Until next time, Sooner Nation, Boomer Sooner!